I'm Naresh Thevathasan from University of Guelph in the School of Environmental Sciences. I'm in agroforestry research for the last 26 years, I would say, including my graduate studies. Mainly my research is focused on tree-based intercropping systems, growing biomass for bioenergy in agroforestry systems, riparian buffer systems. These are the areas we are focused now at the University of Guelph. Yes, we have several traditional systems in temperate region, and Canada comes under the temperate region. The windbreak system is very common in the prairies. Because of the high wind, the severe soil erosion has taken place over the years, and they recommend field windbreaks and also farmstead windbreaks or homestead windbreaks to save energy. Far west in Canada, silvopastoral systems are very common in British Columbia, those areas for the ranchers. When it comes to central Canada, tree-based intercropping systems, windbreak systems, and riparian buffer plantings are very common. I should also mention forest farming systems are common in southern Ontario, where you try to grow forest food products in the existing woodlots, and there are if you look at the agricultural landscape in Canada, you will see purposely left woodlots, and then there are a tradition where you can grow mushrooms and other edible products, maple syrup harvest in the woodlots. And then of course the tree-based intercropping systems where agricultural crops, corn, bean and wheat are grown in widely spaced alleys. Well, because of the policies that promote these type of systems, the adoption rates are low, I would say. But however, the Ontario government recently has introduced carbon cap and trade in order to, as a measure to mitigate climate changes, and we don't know, they have just introduced that policy. So agroforest systems are well known for their ability to sequester more carbon in their land when compared to agricultural systems. So there is good possibility that the government policies might support tree-based farming systems in Canada. We have to yet wait and see how the policy will transform. But we are happy because it is a decision in the right direction, I would say. The bioenergy sector is also growing in Canada. I am also conduct research for Biofuel Net Canada, where we are growing purpose-grown biomass crops in marginal fields where they don't grow any agricultural crops, and those crops can also be grown in an agroforestry systems. So these policies, the climate change mitigation policies, could enhance the adoption, but we have to wait and see. Right. I mean, generally European agroforestry, I would say, is a bit more advanced. I don't think we have that amount of advancement in agroforestry, but I should specially mention the federal government of Canada has an agriculture greenhouse gas program, and in that program they are promoting agroforestry land use systems as one of their priorities. So under that program they are funding agroforestry projects. So that is promising for us, but I see that more programs like the greening program in Europe and integrating of different tree densities into the land and policies supporting that. I think they are all very encouraging to see happening in Europe. And also research wise, I mean, today we are in the field site, we are using ground LiDAR measurements and studying the real the nuts and bolts, I would say, like what is really causing the increase in assimilation and carbon sequestration in agroforestry systems. I learned that there are biomass allometric equations developed in Europe. So it's something that is useful for us in Canada, where I'm going to take from Europe to apply to our systems in Canada, because generally we grow the same tree species, walnut trees, poplar, sugar maple, maple tree species. So I could use those type of equations to enhance the research outcomes in Canada. You're absolutely right. I think we should collaborate more because we are doing the same type of work. You all are working in all the agroforestry systems that I mentioned. You're working in tree-based intercropping systems, riparian systems. You're working in forest farming systems, windbreak systems, and we are working with the same systems in Canada. So I think we had to find opportunities that are currently available, promoted by the Canadian government and the European government, and I think we could actively seek those funding, not, I won't say that on an individual university scale, but as an association level. You all have the European Agroforestry Association, we have the Temperate Agroforestry Association, so I think we should sort of approach this at an association to association level and get some complementary funding to work together. I should say that the University of Guelph has benefited a lot from the France exchange program to North America. I want to give credit and thanks to Agro-Paris Institute in Paris. They have sent more than 4-5 students, and they are excellent students who come to Canada. One of the students, Remy Cardinal, I think you have worked with him. He came for 6 months exchange. I was helping him over there, and he has turned out to be an excellent scientist, and he has completed his PhD and got a job in the soil science sector. A similar exchange happened with Africa, with Ghana. And another student who came, and from Ghanaian students we got about 12 of them, 12 or 15 I would say, and one of them is working for UN now, Dr. Samuel Tetaparty. So this exchange really has sort of given very good results, and we should focus more on them.